Morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Here in the UK, it's a really beautiful sunny day with blue skies. I hope you can hear me. Just want to check that people can actually hear me. So I'll wait for somebody to let me know before. I've been having a few issues with my sound, so I just want to make sure that just keep going for a bit and wait and see, because it is really beautiful here in the UK and I have some really important information to share about healing ourselves at this powerful time. So whoever is watching, could you just let me know if you can actually hear me? If you can just write a little comment, I'll see on my phone, because I want to get into some really important stuff. So I just want to make sure that you can actually hear me. So if you could just say something, that'd be amazing. It'd be really amazing if you could just let me know if you can hear me. So, because I'm not going to continue until you can. Oh, so there's a couple of people on here. Could you just let me know if you can hear me? Just put a thumbs up or something if you can hear me. Because I really do want to speak about some really important information about healing ourselves. And namely, I'm doing quite a bit of research at the moment with this. Okay. And I'm not using the word because of this. All right. So if you can hear me, please let me know so that I can continue. So just going to wait until somebody lets me know. Or else if I don't know whether I am, let me just see if I can hear it on here. I can hear it on my Facebook, on my phone, so it should be all right. So one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about is that I've been doing working with people healing their bodies and at cellular level with dis-ease for many morning, Lisa, for many years. In fact, I've been a trauma specialist for probably nearly 25 years now. And I work slightly differently to some people because I use my guides, and my guides will show me into the cell. Now, at this incredibly powerful time for healing, we're on the equinox today, equal day, equal night, but we also go into powerful healing next week, where we're talking about Venus and Aries, and we're really conjuncting the sun. So this is like massive time for transformation. And of course, we can look at the 3D and we can see what's going on. But what I'd really like to look at is the environment of the cell is part of who we are. And some of you may have heard of Bruce Lipton. I love him. I think he's amazing. I've actually met him and his wife. And what I've been noticing is with people that have had this, okay, I'm not obviously speaking about it due to this. What I've been noticing is that as I've been looking into their energy fields, is I've been noticing the at cellular level that there is a huge amount of toxicity that is playing out. And I've started to do a bit of research on it. And I worked with a lady yesterday who had a very different view on having this particular. Okay. So she had a very different view about it. She just said, I just did it. I don't have any attachment to it. And I had a look into her cells. So I had firstly had a look at the DNA. I had a look at her energy field. And what I could see was that the energy centers or chakras were all very small. So ordinarily what I would see with somebody is an expanded energy centers. So my guides come in, they show me, and I can see the soul star, a real connection. The earth star is our part of us that's human. And the soul star is our connection to source. And what I was seeing, and I've seen this in a few people that have chosen to do this, is that the energy centers were really small and really not shut down, but really small. And so I then asked to be shown inside the cell. And I was shown that the DNA, and I was shown that the edges of the DNA. So if you imagine you've got the spiral shape of the DNA, and you've got a carbon aspect of DNA, which is our human aspect, and we've got I call it the sparkly bit, which is our connection to God, our God gene, I suppose, our God aspect. And so what I was looking at was I was seeing that the ends of those, almost like they were undoing and they were separating. So I could see that both ends were separating. And what I've been seeing, and I've done quite a lot of research on this, not on mainstream, of course, but I've seen that what people are talking about is detachment. And they're talking about detachment to their inner knowing, their kind of real sense of who they are. And I've heard about this in nursing homes and older people, but I really wanted to look at, from a research perspective, kind of anecdotal research perspective, what was actually going on in the DNA and what was happening to people that had chosen to do this. Okay. And so as I was looking into the DNA, and this was yesterday with somebody in the States, I was looking into it, I saw the fraying. So what happened is what we decided to do, and this lady was very happy to be a guinea pig, essentially, brought the guides in, and we did some light language and we did some sound healing that came through the whole of her system. She cried, she released the fear that she was holding, and she could connect with her guides again. And then when I had a look into the DNA, I was shown into the cell, I could see that the DNA was not the key important part, but the environment of the cell, meaning our thought forms, our perceptions, and releasing trauma and fear, was the key to our healing. So I thought this was just fascinating, and I really wanted to share it. So I will put out a request during this video as well, because I'd like to work with more people that have chosen to do this, but have perhaps thought to themselves, I wish I hadn't, yeah? Or they've done it from a place of fear. So anyway, I'll talk about that shortly. But essentially what I was being told from my guides was that healing the trauma, and hi Michelle, morning. Healing the trauma, so the density within the cellular level helped the healing of the DNA. Because obviously, if you think about it, we are all connected. So we've got the mind, the body, and the soul, which is all interconnected. So if we can heal the aspect of our human form, of our perceptions of belief and the trauma and so on that is basically held within our cellular field, then isn't it possible that we can shift something within the DNA? And this is all experimental, okay? I have no idea, but it makes sense to me scientifically that we can, well, spiritually, we can change and create anything, because I watch people heal themselves of cancer. I watch people heal themselves of many diseases that they come with. And when we've done the healing, they are able to heal themselves. And I think that is fascinating. And I have many cases where people have healed themselves, and you just have to go over to my website, susankennard.co.uk, or over to my YouTube channel, which is also my name, Susan Kennard, and you will see people talking about how they healed themselves. So aside from this, I know spiritually we can heal ourselves. I know we can change and create anything. We can manifest anything. But I wasn't sure about with this, because the old ones of these, oh yeah, that's easy to clear, because that was just toxicity. That was just some stuff we just needed to heal. But this is different. This is the DNA. And so I was thinking to myself, well, I wonder, I just don't know. I don't know whether we can shift this. And I still don't know long term if we can. But I'm open to the possibility after seeing this lady yesterday and then getting a message from her niece actually, to say that she was connected to her guides again. She could really see them. She could really feel them. She had no fear and that she was feeling good. And she could also connect with her late husband as well, which was really beautiful. And he did come in while we were doing the session. So that, to me is hope. That to me is incredible hope that we actually can heal what's going on in the DNA. So if we think about it scientifically, and Bruce Lipton, as I mentioned right at the top of this, if we look at this scientifically, then the environment of the cell, meaning our thought forms, toxicity, so what we put in our body, our perception of what we put in our body, and our epigenetics, thought forms that we've brought in from growing in the womb, ancestors, past life, if we believe that. And so we're holding all of this vibrational imprint within ourselves. So if we can heal, and I feel the key here is to heal the shock, to heal the trauma, to heal the fear. I think if we can heal that alongside maybe some activations to reunite the DNA together, so the carbon aspect, the human aspect, and the God gene, or the gene to source, our true potential, our true guidance, then firstly, I don't think we're going to be feeling the incredible fear that the huge amount of people are feeling at the moment. And secondly, we'll be able to come into our own knowing of what's right for us and not be perhaps influenced by a narrative that somebody else believes. And so I'm all for empowerment. I'm to me, empowerment is the key, like making your own choices from knowledge. And so I'm the scientist, like I want to know evidence. So I'd really like it if anyone was open to maybe they've made a decision about this and regretted it, okay? And they decided, oh my God, like I had really bad reactions and I'm feeling really unwell and I wish I hadn't done it and I feel detached, I feel cut off. Please reach out to me if you're happy to be used as a case, and obviously to receive healing from me, but to be used as a case, because what I want to put together, and I really feel strongly the guides are trying to get me to write my second book, even though the first one hasn't been published yet. And I feel like it's really going to be about our ability to heal, the genetic coding aspect, of course, but also the environment of the cell. And I've always felt this, when I trained as a naturopath many years ago, a psychologist first, psychotherapist after that, and then a naturopath. And then latterly, over the last 12 years in energy processes, many energy processes, and meta health, which is looking at the emotional, metaphysical cause for dis-ease with the brain relays connected to the body. I'm really a very scientific person. I want evidence. So whatever I talk about, I'm being honest with you. I do not know if we can turn these things around permanently. I do not know. And so what I really want is to be able to see, we call it a field study or a longitudinal study. So where we would look at someone today, we would look at them maybe in a week's time or a month's time, I don't know. And then we would follow through and I would be able to see whether that person is feeling completely different about themselves and whether their body is healing. And I'd be able to see that within the cell. So if you know of anybody that would be open to be part of that research project, and it's just mine, I will be sharing it, but I don't have to share names, which I haven't this morning. And I'm, I don't need to do that. I just need to look at the case and look at where this person came from, what their decisions were about having this, and why they chose to have it. And I think the key is, sorry, the screen's gone a bit blurred, and that's because it's seeing the movement, okay? And so when it sees the movement, it tries, let me just hold it up again, see if it can get to access that. It's so annoying when it does that. There we go. It tries to find the movement and put it into a still. That's what it's trying to do. So anyway, if you know of anybody, I don't know if you do, Michelle or Lisa, if you do know anybody who's made that decision to have one of these, okay, the ones of now, the new ones, and if they would be open to being a case, then I would love that. I would really love to see differences, because one of the things that I felt about this lady that I saw yesterday was her attitude towards it. And what the guides were saying to me was that because her attitude and her perception of belief about it was just, I don't really care, I'm just doing it because I kind of feel I should. She didn't feel necessarily that there would be any side effects, and she didn't have any. And yet when I looked into her energy field, at her energy centers, her chakras, and when I looked into the cell, I could see that there was an impact. Okay. So I have some friends as well that chose to do it, as well, that chose to have this. Okay. And they had very, very bad side effects. They were really unwell. And this is when I think I could see it firsthand. And they're healthy, fit people, two people that live near me, and they're very healthy and they're very fit. And they had they were very, very unwell for quite a while. And so I did help them with that. But I still can't see the energy centers. I can't see the connection to source, the connection to earth, those two very strongly. And I think those are really cut off. And that for me is a concern, because why are we here? We're here as a soul having a human experience, and we have this divinely perfect code of why we came in. We came in with our mission. And of course, being here at this time is powerful. I love being here at this time, as much as sometimes when I look at the 3D world, it's not exactly what I want to see. I love being here. This is so transformative for people. So if I can help people, then that's my job. That's my mission. If I can help you align to your mission, that's my mission. So when I look at this, I'm like, wow, I really am concerned that maybe we're going to create many people that are shut down or cut off from their true knowing, their true intuition, that true part of them. And one of the things that, I'm just going to look at the messages here. I'm concerned that maybe we're going. Sorry. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, thank you for keeping an eye out on that. That would be amazing. And we're going to do a little meditation this morning. I'm going to share a meditation so you can actually look into your own cellular structure. I just feel drawn to do that now. I just feel that one of the things that concerns me is that experiments. Okay, so my experiment is completely from a place of love, and the reason why I want people to be part of this is because I want to help them heal. Okay, so that's a completely opposite way of sometimes doing an experiment. And so we might feel that this is a bit of a big experiment that's going on in the world, and that I'll let you do your own research on that. You won't find it on the mainstream, so have a think about that. So children, the concern for me is that this experiment might be with children. And then what are we going to have? We're going to have the children, our next generation or the next generation, that are not connected to who they truly are in their power. And we're already seeing quite a lot of robotic actions going on. And this does actually concern me. So, yeah. So let me know what you feel about that as well in the comments. Let me have a look. Yeah. There's loads of people. There's lots of people, Michelle, that have made this decision and may have felt a regret of it, and the reason why I'm not actually saying the word is because I don't want this to be this. And I would love this message to go out to as many people as possible, and I will be putting on my YouTube channel. So feel free to share it, please, because if I can help as many people as I can help, then that's my job. So what do you feel about this? Do you feel that it is possible to heal at DNA level? Is it possible to heal the environment of the cell? 100%, I know it is. I know that we can heal our emotions. I know that we can heal the toxicity. I spend a huge amount of my job helping people heal emotional toxicity, physical toxicity, chemical toxicity. There's a lady on my YouTube channel called Laurie, and she talks about how she healed all of her pharmaceuticals that she took. So she took so much medication over many, many years. She's now completely free of medication. And if you're interested, I did a free event, and it was healing toxicity from pharmaceuticals. So that's on my website, susankennard.co.uk. And if you would like to watch that and do the healing from it, then that would really help you. I also did another free event, which is actually on my YouTube channel, and it's on my website as well, but on my YouTube channel, of the fear of dying. And that would be a really good one for you to do as well. Actually, my YouTube channel has got the fear of, clearing the pharmaceutical toxicity actually as well. So have a look for that. And if you can't find those, they'll be on my website on the replays. Feel free to share that, whatever you want to do with that. I just want as many people to heal themselves in this life. I don't want people to be holding on to fear. Fear is the biggest killer. If we're stuck in fear, what are we doing? We are disconnected from the true knowing that there is nothing to be afraid of. That is the key thing. There is actually only fear or love. And if you think about the spectrum of fear and love, where would you rather be? I know where I'd rather be. So I don't really have any fear in this world. In fact, I can't really think of anything I'm afraid of. I used to be afraid of spiders, but it's, the fear is only ever something that we have perceived and created from another's perception. Okay. So it's false evidence appearing real. It's not our truth. It's never our truth. It's a trigger from other truths, from other times, from ancestral, from whatever it might be. So it's not real. It just feels real. And so one of the things that might be helpful if you are feeling fearful is definitely to turn off the mainstream. There are many other channels that you can watch, and you don't have to watch mainstream TV. Because what does that give you? Just drama, basically. It's a drama, and it's another person's perception of drama. And so what I'd really like you to do is just to come into that place of peace. So what I'm going to do is, before I go, definitely please contact me if you or someone else has made a decision to do this and has either had really bad effects, feels really unwell, or they regret it and they feel very fearful, then please let me know, because I am compiling this anecdotal evidence. And after all evidence was initially anecdotal, because that's how it works, right? That's how my first research happened with veterans and PTSD, and all the cases of veterans with PTSD. I realized they had early childhood trauma as well. And it made sense to me that they were attracting a situation with high cortisol and adrenaline, a job with high cortisol and adrenaline, and they'd chosen that. So when they healed the childhood trauma, they healed the PTSD. So that was anecdotal evidence. I didn't even mean to do that. It just happened. But I am meaning to do this. I feel really guided to do this. And so I'm putting this all together so that I can help more people. Okay, so let's come into our heart space. Start this weekend with a really beautiful healing meditation that you can take away with you. So close your eyes and come into your heart space. Okay. And just breathe normally. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you start to do this, you start to connect with that inner part of you, that inner peace part of you. And I want you to imagine that you can see a beautiful golden light in your heart. And that as you see this golden light, it starts to expand throughout the whole of your body. And you start to feel this sense of peace and calm once again. And a vitality within your cells. So I want you now to expand that golden light throughout every single part of your body through your breath. Connect your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And see this light expand throughout every single cell. And I want you to imagine that each one of your cells was lighting up, just like fairy lights, sparkling, bright, and open to receive healing. Open to feel a vibrational lift and vitality. And just connect with that feeling inside your cells, that beautiful light within your cells, and remember that you are this light. That this light is who you are. That you've chosen to have a physical form this time, and you are this beautiful being of light having a human experience. And I want you now just to connect with a star underneath your feet. And just connect with that star. And as you connect with it, imagine that you're connected to Mother Earth. That you're supported by Mother Earth. And imagine your energy going into Mother Earth as you connect. Remember to breathe. And then I want you to imagine that above your head, you can see another star. And this is your soul star. And this is your connection to the higher realms, to the universe, to the multiverse, to the omniverse. And just feel that beam of light come down all the way through your soul star, connecting with all of the knowledge of the universe within you. And all of the times you remembered that you are unconditional love. And I want you just to feel that sense of freedom and lightness as you connect to your soul star and you connect to your earth star. And perhaps you can feel a tingling or just a sense of connection to yourself, a deeper connection. And I want you now just to invite in all of those angels and guides that have always worked with you. And just feel, maybe you can feel warmth around you. We're inviting them from a place of pure unconditional love. We're inviting that support, that guidance. And don't worry if you can't see them. Don't worry if you can't feel them. You just need to know that you're never on your own, that there's always support there. There's always that guidance. And if you felt guided to this transmission today, wherever you're listening to it, then know that you were guided there. If somebody shares it with you, then know that you were meant to see it. Start to trust a bit more in being guided. Just feel that sense of peace. And just once again, have a look at yourselves. Imagine that you could see all of these sparkling lights within you. And if you are feeling unwell and your body is giving you a message at this time, just imagine that you could send love to all of those cells. Even if it's a particular organ, even if it's your bones and your muscles, whatever it might be. Just send love and imagine that word, love, going into your heart. After all, words are spells, right? So bring that spelling, that word love into your heart and imagine it flooding through every single one of your cells. Remember and know that we truly are our own healer, that we can heal ourselves with guidance, of course, and support. But we have this incredible opportunity now to awaken the light within and to really expand who we are. To remember that we have an incredible reason for being here at this time. So let's not put any more toxicity into our body. Let's replace it with high vibrational foods, high vibrational thoughts, getting out in nature, breathing in oxygen, breathing in fresh air, sitting in the sun if you can, sun gazing, feeling the vitamin D soak up in your skin. We need all of this so that we can build healthy cells from a human perspective. But what we need from a spiritual perspective is our true connection. So let's connect on a daily basis. You just need to come into your heart for a few moments. And if you feel that there's something that's worrying you, and you don't know how to work it out, just come into your heart and ask, what do I need to know about this? What do I need to know? And you might be surprised that you get some insight or some knowledge, some inner knowing. And it might sound like it's your thoughts, and it may be your thoughts, but it also could be your inner guidance, letting you know that you have your own ability, you have your own power within. So if you've been wondering whether this is right for you, or whether it isn't, come into your heart, feel whether it feels right. Not from a place of fear of if I don't, what would people think? Or if I don't, I can't be free. Just come into your heart space and just say, give me some guidance. And just feel it in your body. Does it feel like the right thing? Or does it feel like it's not the right thing? You know 100% whether something is right for you or not. No one else does. Okay? So I hope that helps you. I hope it helps you feel connected today. I hope it helps you feel more vitality. I hope it helps you feel that you have the answers within you. And if you do know of anybody who would like some help with the choices they've made and maybe how they're feeling about those choices, then Susan at susankennard.com is my email. My website is susankennard.co.uk or co.uk if you're American. And you can find me on here, of course, Facebook, but you can also find me on my YouTube channel, which is Susan Kennard, and across all other social media. Please message me, I don't mind. Let me know. And if you're happy to be a case, I'm happy to have you. And we can set up a time where we can have a Zoom call and we can talk. And if anybody feels that it might be good to create some sort of group, healing group, I don't know, something like that for people that have adverse reactions or are feeling very scared about this particular subject, then please let me know, because if I can create something, I will. What else do I want to say to you? Okay, if you'd like a free gift, go to my website, and if you pop your name into the pop-up box, then you get a link to my free video course, which is called Awaken the Light Within. Okay, it's got a few videos on it where I take you through connecting with your guides, connecting with your body, and connecting with your true inner guidance. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at anybody here. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Thank you, my love. Yeah. And please share. If you feel like this video will help somebody, then please share, because we just want to reach out. Just basically my job is to reach out and help as many people as possible. And yeah, so sometimes we get pushed into situations because we feel it's the only answer, but there's always another answer. I'm planning a retreat in Hawaii for November. Who knows how that is going to happen, but we're planning it, a 3 full day retreat in Hawaii to heal that divine feminine, really step into the power of the divine feminine, and really excited about that in November. So we've got a bit of time to see what happens with the world and the universe. But I believe we can create and change anything, but I'm also open to changes and open to possibilities as well. And I know that everything is truly divinely guided. Okay, much love, everybody. Have a great Saturday. It is the equinox this weekend. It is equal day, equal night. So what do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to create? Something really cool. We've got the full moon in Libra next week. So if you want to be on my donation astrology event, that's also on my website, Susan Kennard. So we go through the full moon. We look at the full moon, how it affects you in your chart, astrological chart. And we also do lots of healing and light language and all sorts of stuff. It's really good fun. Anyway, much love. And I am going out for a walk in the country now with the puppy. To get some beautiful sunshine, some fresh air and exercise, which is what we all really need to do at this time. Much love for now. Bye-bye.